Yeah, man. Like I did like a live watch along today, and I was watching the stream. I was watching the game, and I was just angry, man. I was just angry, and I literally said in the chat to some of the people in the chat, I was saying, "Look, we are so fried. Like we are playing so bad. Mosquera was terrible.
Yeah.
I don't think he had one decent pass forward. Um, he was shaky. He was rash.
Mm.
And Cape had a bit of a stinker as well. There was a bit where he tackled, I think, Pedro
He
Neto at
tackled
the end
and got excited.
at
Yeah.
the edge of the box, and it nearly fell to João Pedro.
Yeah.
And there was another point where Timber comes across and just clamps Enzo Fernandez with a perfect tackle. Timber's world class, man. He is just so good, man. He is so good. Like when I heard that Saliba got injured in the warm up or in training or something, I knew that it was going to be long. I knew it was going to be a long day, man. I'm so frustrated. I'm so frustrated, man. I'm so frustrated. Honestly,
Yeah.
I'm so frustrated.
Our records against the so-called big boys, I guess, isn't that great. Like even like City and Liverpool having really bad seasons. Chelsea's
Yeah.
kind of like a bit of a dark horse. I think they will be in the race a little bit. But yeah, our record against the big teams aren't that great. I think we beat obviously Spurs, but Spurs, I
We
would say,
always beat Spurs. We always
we
beat
always
Spurs.
beat Spurs exactly.
Even when we were rubbish, we was beating Spurs.
we
You know
were
what I'm
beating
saying?
Spurs. Yeah, exactly.
Especially at home, we always beat Spurs, man. And this is the thing, like this is the thing, yeah. Look, I've been for the last couple of weeks I've been talking stuff, yeah. I've been talking a lot of stuff on this on LeBron James' internet, yeah. But the thing is, that draw really kind of made me realize there's some. Well, it's not that it made me realize it, but it really kind of like re-solidified that there's some serious problems in the squad. Number one, that left-hand side is dusty. I've been saying it since before the transfer window. This left-hand side is dusty. Trossard's gone down, and I'm thinking, boy, we're starting Martinelli. Martinelli is rubbish. Martinelli is rubbish. When Martinelli hasn't got space in behind, when he's not a finisher, when the team's not tired, he is rubbish. He cannot start. He is rubbish, man. Because he's gone.
I was going to say something. There was this commentator said this stat about Martinelli saying when Martinelli scores, we don't lose. And I'm like, yeah, that's because he hardly scores. And when he scores, it's like, it's not a really important game. It's more like basically like I mean, it's not an important moment in the game. You know what I mean? Like it's kind of like the game's won, and he comes in and he scores like that goal like against Bayern, like where he's got all the place in the world.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think he's Kurdish Guna. Do you support Arsenal? Is that like a rhetorical question? Can't make it. They're quite funny. They're quite funny. I don't know. Maybe am I too negative or something? I don't know. I mean, this is obvious.
Who knows? Who knows?
Yeah. Yeah. Anyways, yeah, I agree with you. I think that left-hand side is the weak point, and I think, yeah, even Saka, he had a quiet game, but he made that goal, which was good. But yeah, it's a quiet game. I think since my guy's got engaged, he hasn't got his head in the game anymore, man. He's too busy.
He's got his head in something else. I'll tell you that for fucking free, mate. Tell you that for free. Yeah. But yeah, man. Like, and then even when Madueke came on the left hand side, Madueke is rubbish, man. He's rubbish on the left hand side. He does not produce nothing. Everybody, the whole left hand side. Calafiori wasn't it today. He was okay in the first half, but he was not it. He got the yellow card and he faded. Miles Lewis-Skelly was awful as well. He needs to. Yeah. He needs more. Him and Wanyeri need minutes, man, because Arteta doesn't trust them. So I feel sorry for them really because they're quality players, but they're just not going to get the game time. And obviously Trossard's injured, so he couldn't start. And it's for me, we have to go and buy Semenyo or Rodrigo Leal. We need a left winger. If we're gonna do anything in this league, the left hand side has to be sorted out. It's not good enough.
Agreed. And what else? I think it was a bit of like tiredness as well from like a bit of the Bayern game. But again, 10 men, Chelsea, we should have beat them. I think I know we're away, but yeah, we had the man advantage. I wish we just took more advantage of that. And
Chelsea were better than us the whole game. By the way, there was no period of the game where I felt that we were better. I think when we scored the goal, there was like a 4-minute period, and I'm being generous when I say that, where we were better. other than that, Chelsea were completely better than us. Reece James in midfield destroyed us. The only one in our midfield who can keep his head high was Declan Jollof Rice, mate. Everyone else was rubbish. Zubimendi was rubbish. Eze, I didn't even realize Eze was playing. He was anonymous. He might as well call himself Casper because he was a ghost, mate. He was Call of Duty Ghost, mate. Mate, he was anonymous. He was anonymous, man. And that just the performance from back to front, and from an attacking sense to a defensive sense to a midfield sense, we were just rubbish. It was so painful to watch because I said on the stream, if Chelsea score first, we're not going to win. We're not going to win. And I predicted a draw once Chelsea scored, and I saw Chalobah doing this. I was like, it's a draw, man. We're gonna come back. They're gonna go back a bit because they got 10 men. We're gonna score, and then it's just gonna be cagey, and then they're gonna get out with a point. And it's just disgusting, man. I don't even know who to blame because it's just disgusting. It's disgusting, man. I'm fuming.
Yeah, no, I hear it. I think it's a good squad overall, and I think it's not a disaster of a result. I think it's disappointing, but it's not like I'd say a catastrophe. We're still in it. We could have extended our lead. It's a bit of an opportunity missed, but it's not the end of the world. I'm not too surprised because I just, like I said, we've always had this weird inferiority complex when we come to play against Chelsea. I don't know what it is. Even when they're kind of look shit at transition, they're not. There's still this weird thing with us and them. I remember last season as well. I think we drew 1-1 with them. I think I remember watching it in the pub with my mate. Yeah, I just think. I just had a feeling this result would be like a 1-1. Like you said, we always beat bloody Spurs. So the fact we dumped them was great, but because it was Tottenham, made it all sweeter. But it's Tottenham, they're the weakest link out of the so-called top six. I don't think you can even call them top six anymore because they probably won't finish in the top six. Yeah. So that's a headache. But yeah, the Martinelli thing, definitely. It's weird. We look like a completely different team in the Champions League, don't we? Like we play against these European teams that aren't used to the intensity of the Premier League. And then
I've been saying for a while that we look more. For me personally, I think we're more suited to win the Champions League than win the Premier League. So
we might be, we might be because in that competition it just seems to be on fire. I was just curious to see who would be the better team today. It's like you said, it was Chelsea, which was surprising. The player off and everything. But they played well against Barcelona as well in the Champions League. So I'm just wondering what was a bigger achievement, beating Bayern or beating Barcelona? Because I feel like Barcelona's a good team, but they can't defend to save their lives.
But you've got to remember, they got a red card early on in the game. But then it's like we got a red card early in the game. We couldn't do nothing. So it's just like, I don't know, man. I don't know.
At least we didn't go into Man United and lose to 10 men. That would have been, I wouldn't know what to do.
Exactly.
We did it. Yeah.
Yeah. What do you say? Is it a bad day at the office?
I think so.
Were we tactically wrong? Could you blame it on a Saliba injury? And one thing I do want to say, I do want to call out Arteta a little bit. Saka should have been dragged. Saka should. I know he got the assist. Yeah, do not let that fool you. Saka had a terrible performance. Had a terrible performance. He was awful. What does Wanyeri need to do to get some game time? And also, Jesus should have come on instead of Madueke. If you were going to bring Madueke on, you should have taken Saka off, and you should have brought on Jesus on the left hand side. And you should have gone for it. Odegaard did absolutely nothing. He span around like a Beyblade as usual. He done nothing, man.
Yeah, maybe he's afraid to make those sort of big calls because obviously Saka is one of his big stars. So I think
but he did it in the midweek against Bayern, and it worked out. It worked out because Saka was having a stinker, and it worked out. And who scores? Madueke scores off the right hand side, and this is what I keep saying. Sometimes the simple things Arteta doesn't do, it gets on my nerves. Like just do the simple stuff. Saka's having a stinker, drag him off. So what if he's the star boy? I don't care. About. There's no one player on this squad that's bigger than Arsenal's success.
Exactly.
Like I used to say when Wenger was declining, I used to say this is Arsenal FC, not Arsenal FC. You know what I'm saying? I love Saka, but if you said to me right now, he gets dragged off every single game for the rest of the season, but we win the title, or win the champs, or we win even like a FA Cup, I'm taking it because trophies are more important than upholding this weird fixation with your top players. The amount of times that Foden has been benched by Pep or, you know, Kevin De Bruyne. Pep says if you're not good enough, if you're not playing well enough, you get engaged. Sorry, I was looking at the chat. You get engaged. You get dropped.
Yeah, it's a bit of a. I think it's a bit. You're right. It's a bit of a cop out from Arteta bringing Madueke on but not taking off Saka. I think. I think if he did that because it's his natural position to play, and Saka's that wing. Martinelli obviously is terrible, but yeah, wonder if that was busy thinking about the good naan bread. What the heck?
He said Saka got engaged.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, I get it. Yeah. No, that's probably what he was thinking about. That's a quote. Yeah, maybe that's what it was. You know.
Yeah.
But yeah, he should have brought on Madueke, I think, for like Saka, I think, and that would have been good because then you should play players in a natural position. What's that like? Square pegs and whatever the saying goes.
Square pegs and round holes.
Yeah, because like we all know, Madueke is like plays sort of like the same position as Saka. People saying, oh, he's going to be a backup for Saka, but against Bayern, he was good. I think he would have been good if he played him in the right position. But yeah, like you said, bolder calls, and it would be nice if he did it earlier as well, made changes because we were like terrible against like 10 men. It was like it was a joke. It was embarrassing. I literally thought we were going to do a Man United when Chelsea scored. That was just terrible. But yeah, you can't go through the season just thinking, oh, we've got such a solid defense. You need to have like an attack that kills off games and breaks down games, you know, and that's what we lack, especially in the league games. Like, yeah.
So AFC says that was rubbish drawing with 10 men. A draw is a loss to me. I completely agree. That was unacceptable. It was unacceptable, man, bro. Like, let me take off these fucking glasses, man. That was unacceptable. That performance was unacceptable, man. Losing to 10 men at Chelsea, I don't care if it's away. Their best player just got sent off, for a dirty challenge. And we looked worse. How do you look worse? How do you look worse? Yeah, honestly, not good enough, man. I'm sorry, not good enough.
What was your thoughts on the sending off? Do you think that was harsh? Do you think that was the right call?
No, even Chelsea fans were saying it was a red, man. It was a red because when you watched it reverse angle, his ankle, that's an ankle breaker, man. That could have broke his ankle. That could have easily broke his ankle.
Yeah, no, I agree. Yeah, I think it was the right call. I think it's just if you see it like quickly, it's hard to make that call at times. So I can see why he had to use VAR. But yeah, just the way it was kind of reckless. But yeah.
Yeah, I was saying this on my stream earlier, AFC, man. I was saying, look, it looks like Chelsea were playing with 10 men. It looks like Chelsea. I was like, how are we? Why does it look like we're the ones that have 10 men? Chelsea look better than us. It's like, and because we were overcommitting as well, Pedro Neto was getting space against Hincapié, and Hincapié couldn't engage properly because he was already on a yellow card for jumping. And the amount of yellow cards that the referee was given was ridiculous, by the way, as well.
Yeah.
When I saw Zubimendi get that yellow card at the beginning and he tried to move out the way of Reece James, I was like, I knew this was going to be a stupid game. I knew everything just set up for me to just be pissed off today. I promise you, this game annoyed me so much in so many different ways. I can't believe we didn't walk out of that place with 3 points. I mean, I'm happy with the point only because we didn't even deserve a point. We were that bad. I'm not happy with the point, but at least we got something out of it because we were terrible. We were terrible.
Yeah, I think when we end result, all I was thinking of, thank God we drew, because I didn't want to have another stream of Sarge and he'd be like, haha, you bottled it to 10 men as well. You can't do nothing. But even though we're away, but still, I mean, it's weird because it's it was kind of similar to the Man United game. It's like they kind of grown into the game even more when the player got sent off. It's like it made them more defiant and made them play better. And then I guess maybe with us, we're thinking, oh crap, there's the pressure on us to win the game. Whereas before, maybe if it was with Chelsea kept all their players on, we'd probably be 1-1 isn't the end of the world exactly. But if you're top of the table and you want to establish yourself as lay down a marker, you want to win these games even away. So that's what I'd like to do more.
And this is and sorry to interrupt you, Curtis, and this is the fine margin, because you think about it, we win that game, we go 9 points clear. We go 9 points clear. Now we've drawn that game, and now City are 5 points behind us.
Yeah, exactly. And
And it's,
I think even if the 9 points play, a lot can turn, and the season's still still a lot
yeah,
to happen. But Premier League, there's no easy games. Like Crystal Palace, like they lost to Man United. I thought they were going to beat Man United, any team in the league like could give us a good game. Like it's not even just the big teams. So look at Sunderland, we drew with them.
Chelsea haven't beaten us since the 22nd of August 2021, by the way. We've had like 3 wins and 5 draws since. And it's another thing. These draws, man, we had 14 draws last season. It's not good enough. It's not good enough. These draws, like, and you know what? I think a lot of the hype around Arsenal being top of the league and top of the Champions League has really been has been a bit of steam for me, because when you think about the crucial games, we lost to Liverpool. We had an absolutely piss poor performance against Man City at home, which we should have won. And we got like some lucky last minute Martinelli goal because he had space yet again. And then we drew away to a newly promoted team. And I will give Sunderland their kudos. Sunderland are strong. Like they went 2-0 down at home to Bournemouth today, and then they came back and won 3-2. Like they actually have not lost at home. They're invincible at home as well. So I'll give Sunderland their credit. They are strong, but at the same time, we are the Arsenal, man. And like the fact of the matter is, we lost it in the last minute of the game from a Raya mistake. I'll be honest, man. This team gives me high blood pressure, man. I don't know, man. I don't know, man. I love the Arsenal, but it gets on my nerves.
What's that thing? Yeah, check into get some therapy or something. Yeah, Arsenal's stressful. I think I can see why it's ended a lot of marriages and all these sort of things and relationships. Yeah, Arsenal's a crazy club to support. Yeah, it just doesn't. Well, to be fair to Arsenal, I think like the Premier League is getting more and more competitive every year, and it's really rubbed them now. Like we used to say top 6 and this and that, but if you look at a lot of teams now, like I think last season, like Nottingham Forest are a surprise package. Now Sunderland's a surprise package. So there's a lot of teams they get promoted, and they're in the mix all of a sudden. You would have thought from the northeast, Newcastle would probably be doing something, maybe what Sunderland would be doing. You're like, how do you just get promoted and you're playing this well in the league? It just doesn't quite make sense. Maybe teams are just better tactically. Maybe, I don't know, because it just seems to be really wide open now. Like in terms of lots of random teams, you wouldn't have thought top 6 or big Premier League teams making a huge impact on the league. Fulham beating Spurs like away or something. Spurs away form home form is terrible. I think
terrible.
if we played at White Hart Lane, it might have been 7-1 or something. Just terrible.
But knowing us, when we go to see Spurs, we'll probably end up drawing with them or something. And I think, you know what, as well, I think he should have brought Gyökeres on at half earlier as well. I think he should have. But then it's like, I say that, I was in the middle of the stream, I said, I think he should have brought Gyökeres on. But then Marino goes and scores a peach of a header. So,
yeah.
I don't know, man. I don't know. Shambles, not good enough.
Marino's not bad, actually. Like, for a guy who's not an out-and-out striker, he's popping up with goals. I think he did mention, like, last time you're comparing him to Havertz. Actually, he does that more often than Havertz does. Like, he's very... he's pretty good, like, for us, I think. Sometimes you look at him, he's like, oh, he hasn't had that much of an impact in the game, but he can pop up with a goal here and there. His positional sense is pretty good, and he gets those headers. He's quite good at that.
He's got a good game IQ.
Yeah, it's good. I think sometimes we can get... I think with our team, we don't have... I think if hopefully Gyökeres settles in, keeps his fitness, and we play to his strengths, he might be that striker who bags like 20 goals or something like that. But goals can come from anywhere in our team, which is good. But our goals just come really in the most unpredictable way. Usually it's a set piece or something like that, or like some random header. I don't know. So it's just... sometimes our defenders look like the most dangerous people on the pitch.
Honestly, they do. Honestly.
Yeah, it's a bit of a strange dynamic we've got right now. But yeah, I think it's not quite crisis mode yet. But I just wish we could strengthen a bit more. I think this team, like, I want us to go back to playing that more attacking football, playing a bit more positive, and having those options. I think to play like that. I don't think we have like those options, because I think unfortunately Madueke and Saka, they play in the same position, so I don't think you can play them at the same time. And then you've got Eze in the holding role, in the sort of attacking midfielder role, and it's either him or Odegaard. I don't think you can play those two players together. So
I think you can play Odegaard and Eze together at home, but away, I don't want to see Odegaard. I don't want to see Odegaard. But yeah, AFC always says we needed to beat Chelsea today. 5 point gap is nothing. Yeah, exactly. This is absolute facts. And the reason why it's facts is because people forget that Arteta had an 8 point lead and he blew it.
Yeah.
And look, this time the squad is better, it's deeper, but I can't trust Arteta to do this. I just can't. I've got PTSD from 22-23, man. Honestly, I've got PTSD from 22-23. I just don't trust this guy to do it. And I've been talking stuff. We've been playing well, but in the back of my mind, I've always had this pit in my stomach saying, Haaland's gonna win the league by himself again.
Yeah, I think we just need to do something. We just, like you said, we just need to lift a trophy. I think it would either be Champions League or Premier League would be good.
I think we need to really win. I've been saying, sorry. Go on.
No. I was going to say basically, like, I think Champions League or Premier League would be good. I think Champions League would be very hard. I know we're doing well in that competition, but I just feel like the mentality, because we've never won it before, it would be difficult. We'd have one bad game or whatever, we'd get knocked out. I think even if we got an FA Cup or something like that, that would be me being super pessimistic, but we really need to get rid of that trophyless season, finishing second thing we keep doing. We just need to lift at least a trophy. That's the bare minimum for me personally, just to get that off our back, and then maybe then you can push forward and win with the major ones next season, worst case scenario. But yeah, like I agree, like you're saying, history has told us many times that we've been like the nearly men. We've done really well, we've been consistent all season, but then it's those fine margins, games like this where we should win them and we drop the points. And sometimes we drop the points not against even the big boys, you know what I mean? Like an Aston Villa or whoever, and we end up losing the season. So any game is just as important as the others. But yeah, you're going to say something.
Yeah. No, I was just going to say, AFC said got a couple of comments that I want to kind of I'll tell you, it's the only reason to stop us from winning the league. I completely agree. If we don't win the league, for me, it's on Arteta. We've got a lead now. We need to solidify. We need to stretch it. And I think this was a perfect example of when the chips are down.
Yeah,
he can't get it done. I personally would have switched to a 5-3-2 and played Gyökeres and Marino up front as a 4-4-2. Or sorry, as a strike partnership. I would have tried something different. He does this like for like tactical inflexibility stuff where he's just bringing on players like for like. Bring on Ethan. Bring on Jesus, man. We needed something different. Arteta's a coward. Played 3 fridges in midfield away at Liverpool when they were. Bro, this is what I'm saying. When he played Marino, who did he play? Was it Marino, Rice, and Zubimendi that he played?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Well, yeah, and it's like, where's Eze? Where's Eze? Eze, and people were trying to say, but Eze's just signed for the club. He's not fit, mate. 2 days ago, he had played in the Conference League for Crystal Palace. He was fit. He could have started. If he wasn't fit, he wouldn't have been on the bench. Mm. And it's like it's in these high pressure moments where Arteta just doesn't. He either plays it safe because he'd rather lose small than try to win big, or he just gets it completely wrong. And look, Arteta has improved, but at the same time, when you actually think about it, he shouldn't have done his apprenticeship at Arsenal. He should have gone to like Oviedo or Rayo Vallecano, done a couple of seasons there, and then come here when he's got some experience. Because for me, I've waited so long to see the Premier League, man. I've waited so long. The last time we won the Premier League, I was in primary school. I'm a grown man with a beard now. I have a full beard, and I've not seen a title. It's ridiculous, man. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, we went from the trophy strike.
Yeah. I'll tell you today, when you need to win a game, you don't take off Eze. Eze was poor, but you keep your attacker. Exactly. Eze is a moments player. I did say that Eze was anonymous, but at the same time, that's what moments players do. They may be anonymous, but they can turn up with like that through ball or turn up with that long shot, and that's what gets you the 3 points. Because imagine now he keeps Eze on, doesn't bring Odegaard on. Eze gets some space at the edge of the box and bangs it. Because he's still got the confidence from the North London Derby hat-trick. Like, that's not going to go after 1 week. Do you know what I mean? So, and he played great at the Bayern game as well. Played really good in the Bayern game. And he got an assist as well for Martinelli's goal. So, just quite reminiscent of the Man City goal.
Yeah, I think that's his thinking, Arteta. He's probably thinking, the player's in a rich vein of form. Like, let's keep him on sort of thing. But I think, it would be nice to see somebody be like, you know what? I know you played well, but you're not playing it. It's not your day-to-day. I'm going to take you off. I'm going to mix it up. bring someone and play them in the position where they're supposed to be playing in. That would be much better. I think with Arteta, like you have to give him a bit of credit in terms of how he's transformed the squad. He's given a lot of money, but you've seen that obviously like club like Man United, you can give a manager a lot of money and they can still do a lot of mess with it. He's done pretty good in terms of he's built us into a team where we're competing for titles. But the question and the jury's still out for him in terms of does he have what it takes to lead us over the line and win a major trophy like a Premier League or a Champions League. I would just say Premier League is the more realistic of the two. But
definitely,
yeah, I think that's until he does that, then there's always going to be that doubt whether he's got it in him. It may be that, like you said, it's his first ever job as well, that he may need to go somewhere else. He could come back and be better because he's such a young manager as well. He's definitely surpassed my expectations of him when he first joined the club. And the fact he's still here is a testament to modern football, him as a modern football manager, because modern day football management is crazy. I don't think you'd have a Alex Ferguson being as successful in this era because there's just so much short-termism. But yeah, I think there is that tactical inflexibility of him, like taking too long to make changes and not making those really big calls, afraid to bring off your star players, even if they're performing badly, because you're afraid you're going to disrupt the harmony of the dressing room or something like that. I don't know. But yeah, I would like to see him make different calls. Maybe, like you said, mix up, try the different systems would be nice too.
Yeah. The AFC says, I've been supporting Arsenal since 1987. I've seen Arsenal win 5 league titles, 2 doubles, 9 FA Cups, 2 League Cups, and 1 Cup Winners' Cup. And this is what I'm talking about. And this is why I like some of the OG fans. Well, I have to respect them because they've seen success. So their standards aren't down here. Like, I look at some of the younger gooners, like Gen Z and stuff. They're just happy that we're competing. For me, that's not good enough. I've seen Thierry Henry run through an entire Spurs team, go and bang a goal, run through the entirety of Anfield and go and bag a hat-trick for us to go invincible. I'm sorry, but I've seen my captain's armpits enough to know that this is not good enough. Because let's be honest, I've said this before. What top 6 team can you be at around Europe, or top team, let's say top team around Europe, can you be in your job for 6+ years, 1 FA Cup, £1 billion spent, and you're not producing the goods? Like, I just don't understand. And the thing is, like, I just don't understand how he's not been sacked. And I'm not saying I'm going to tear out, but I just don't think this is acceptable. Like, this is just not acceptable. Because if you were going to work every day and your manager had expectations for you, and for 6 years you were just not hitting it, mate, you would have got your P45 long time ago.
Yeah, no, it's weird because I feel like with Arteta, like it reminds me now a bit like the later years of Wenger when he was making us like top 4 team, and the Cronkies look at it like, he's bringing money to the club, we're doing well commercially, got all these celebrities rocking Arsenal kits, got all these kids wearing Arsenal kits again, got people going to the stadiums, and we're spending money, we're competing, we're making money. We're not winning the title, but we're in the Champions League, and that's where the money's going to come from. That's what the players going to join for. They're still gonna make a lot of money. So that in terms of going all out, winning the Champions League, they're just going to need to or not the Premier League. They're just going to need to spend that little bit more, strengthen that squad a little bit more. I don't think we're far off. I think it's just the attacking areas now. When Arteta first joined the club, and this is what I don't get, is the commentators, the pundits, they're all like, this is a great move. This is going to be like Guardiola-style football, attacking, possession, this and that, scoring all kinds of goals, pretty football. And like, we play some really ugly football at times. And sometimes we just look like in a game we lack in creativity, we're out of ideas. And I just feel like that's not the identity, that's not the thing that we're like the Pep Guardiola style of football or his style of football that was supposed to be. So I don't quite get it why we're so good in the sort of defensive area, but we're not that as good as creating, I don't
know, man. But
yeah,
like I actually just said it again. We're Arsenal Football Club. We should be winning trophies and not competing, and that's the problem. Too many fans, some older but mostly younger, are just too happy to compete. Like for me, second place is just the first loser. At the end of the day, do you know how painful it is? That Liverpool were dead during the Premier League for ages, and now they've got nearly as many Premier League titles as us. They get 1 more title. They've got 3 titles, and we've got 3 titles. That's not good enough, man. We've got. I've not seen the last time we won the League Cup. I was 1. That's not good enough.
Yeah, I mean,
it's not good enough. We've got barely any. We've got basically no European pedigree. It's embarrassing. that
Yeah, I
Chelsea,
mean,
who were dead pre-Roman, have got 2 Champions Leagues. It's not good enough, man.
yeah, it was annoying. I mean, I was watching the game and the Chelsea fans were singing "Champions of Europe, we know who we are." It's annoying. We can't say anything to that because it's true. It's like, you know,
Oh, bro.
like yeah, like a lot of teams overtaking us. And one of the most annoying thing is when I look at Man United, because you look at Man United and you think, what of a joke of a club now? Can they sink any lower? They lost like 1-0 like at home to 10 men Everton. And then I'm thinking about it. Actually, they've won a Premier League title more recently than we have, despite all these, all these different managers they've chopped and changed with, and it hasn't worked. They've gone further and further away, but they've still won a Premier League title more recently than Arsenal. It's embarrassing if that is, So I think, yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. It's just like we gotten to the point where I think as Arsenal fans, because of when Wenger left and people felt guilty for like wanting him to leave. He had to leave, not because he was rubbish, just because it's called evolution. Things have to change. And then when we got different managers coming in, it was a bit of a mess initially, and then we kind of got back to a more healthier, stable state. People are like, "Oh, don't be careful what you wish for." So people don't want to rock the boat and say Arteta in, Arteta out, or blame the manager. He's done a lot of good, but I think we need to get rid of this second place mentality, this silver medal mentality. We need to go for the gold.
Like,
Otherwise,
you know what? The
this
hocus
club's
pocus,
going to take us. Yeah.
the hocus pocus that's on a lot of the minds on the fan base is crazy, because I was arguing with somebody in my comment section the other day, and I said that if they was reacting to one of our live streams, it was a short that I made for us, yeah, and I said that if Arteta doesn't win anything this season, he has to go, because 6 years without a trophy is unacceptable when the money is spent, yeah. And somebody said, "Oh, you're deluded. If Arteta leaves, what are we going to do if Arteta leaves? It will destabilize the club." So I was like, "So how long do you want to keep him for?" I said, "So if Arteta wins nothing this season and the next season he's still keeping him," he was like, "Of course I am." I was like, "So you're going to be happy 8 seasons with no trophy?" I don't know. Look, I've got nothing personal against Arteta. I don't know the guy, but this is Arsenal Football Club. This is not Arteta Football Club. No one is bigger than the club. Not Wenger, not Herbert Chapman, not George Graham, not Saka, not Thierry Henry. Bro, it's always going to be Arsenal first. Always. Always.
Yeah.
Players come and go, managers come and go, but it's the fans and the trophies. These are the things that stay forever.
Yeah, we are kind of in a unique position as a club. Like doing well. We're consistently up there, but we don't win stuff. And I think even Liverpool, when they were like consistently competing and stuff, they'd pop up with the odd Champions League or whatever. They would win a trophy. You know what I mean? They were a weird club. They couldn't win the Premier League, but they could win a Champions League. Or like Man United, right? They won a Premier League, won Champions Leagues. Chelsea, the same thing. Man City, even the same thing. We've seen all these teams overtake Arsenal and win stuff. I mean, we're not Tottenham, but like
we won't be the third biggest
won a European Cup last season.
Yeah, if we don't start winning trophies, we're not going to be the third biggest club in England anymore. Like, if Chelsea and Man City keep winning, we'll be like fifth. We'll be like fifth, bro. And what's crazy is that when you go out in London now, you see kids with Man City shirts on. Like, that should be an Arsenal fan, but because we're not winning, who the hell wants? What young kid wants to be? There's kids that we're like back up there now, so it's more appealing, but we're not winning nothing. So who actually wants to be an Arsenal fan? I remember being in high school getting terrorized by Man United and Chelsea fans because we weren't winning stuff. Even Liverpool, Champions League, the odd League Cup, the odd FA Cup, yeah. It has to change. And like AFC said, before Wenger got sacked, he won 3 FA Cups in 4 years. So people and remember, we hounded Wenger out for that, but yet people are saying Arteta's generational when he's won 1 FA Cup. That controversial opinion of mine. If it wasn't during the COVID season where there was no fans, he wouldn't have won it. And if we didn't have Aubameyang, a world-class striker, by the way, that basically won the FA Cup by himself, he wouldn't have won the FA Cup. Let's keep it 100, because obviously the squad was dead, but at the end of the day, it was all because of Aubameyang. No player is big, exactly. No player is bigger than the football club. No manager is bigger than the football club. The club, and the fans are the stars of the show, man. No doubt. Like I was watching Northside stream the other day, and he said if it guaranteed him a Premier League, he'd sell Saka tomorrow. And I agree. No player is bigger than the club. No player is bigger than the club. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, I agree. I think sometimes you got to gamble. You got to risk it. Like right now it just does feel weird. Like it's weird with Arteta. Like you could get a couple of good results with him and good results, and you feel like, oh, you're optimistic, and then it's like something like this, and you're like, it's
Yeah,
just
because
so
look,
very much on the line, on the edge. It's hard to
I don't,
say in or out. It's hard, isn't it?
I don't
One day
expect to
you
win
do it.
every football match. Yeah, I'm not
Yeah.
deluded. I don't expect to win every football match. But
No,
one
of
thing I
course
do
not.
expect is a performance. That was not a performance. That was a joke. That was
Yeah.
disgusting. And look, AFC said it. Look, Man City are 3 titles away from Arsenal 13 league titles, and Chelsea need 2 more trophies to overtake us, bro. We're going to be. It's so painful. It honestly is so painful. Could you imagine? Okay, let me pose a question for you, Curtis. Yeah.
Yeah, true.
If Chelsea win the league this season and Arsenal win nothing, do you think that's sackable? That's sackable offense?
Yeah, I mean, because Maresca hasn't been in the job as long as Arteta. And,
yeah, but he's already got 2 trophies.
Also, Maresca had to come to a Chelsea team post Abramovich, like new ownership, new everything. There's been challenges there too. So yeah, like that would be. I wouldn't say sackable. I wouldn't say necessarily sackable, but I would like to see like the board, like the Kroenkes or whatever, like be like, you know what, why can't this team win a trophy? But like you said, I think these guys, they famously said themselves, like they didn't buy Arsenal to win trophies, which is worrying. So like in this sort of situation,
our owner doesn't give a shit about us winning trophies or not.
As long as we're in Champions League, we generate that money, he's happy. That's the problem. And I think that's why he liked Wenger towards the end. They were like, it's a godsend. This guy is getting us in Champions League, wins the odd FA Cup. He doesn't spend anywhere near as much as the other teams. Arteta's actually got spending power now because they realised football changed and Wenger was, an anomaly. You're not going to get another one. He's different.
Yeah.
Like,
I think Arteta spent more money than every single Arsenal manager combined.
Probably, yeah, because inflation in football is ridiculous. Yeah, no, that's true. It doesn't surprise me because, like, it's just inflation. Football is crazy. Declan Rice is worth more than Cristiano Ronaldo. I love Declan Rice. He's a great player, but different position, completely different players. And, Ronaldo's arguably the best player of all time. You know what I mean? But everyone breaks that record now. 80 million at the time to Real Madrid was crazy. But now it's nothing, like 120 million. You got players, Isak, Wirtz, or whatever, that sort of money. And they're just trying to get the ground running for like Liverpool. So like inflation in football is just mad. So you have to spend crazy money. I'm glad we're spending that money. So it shows we're here. We're now a bit more in tune, and I think we are moving in the right direction. But yeah, there's just a feeling of stagnant, like some sort of stagnant thing where it might just be a mentality thing where it just seems to be choking the big games. Like you said, in the big games, if you think about it, against City and Liverpool. We should be winning those games. Same with it's definitely this Chelsea game. Chelsea's a good team, but they had a man down, so it is quite worrying. I feel we have like this weird inferiority complex with the bigger teams. Interesting enough in the Champions League, not so much because we beat Bayern this season. We beat what do you call it? Who was it last night? Real Madrid, but that was a very poor Real Madrid as well. If you look at it. Like Mbappe was in team, the balance didn't have quite right.
Kroenkes are the main issue. 1, for hiring a novice. 2, for keep giving him new contracts. For failure. 3, allowing this to continue. We have never won a title since the Kroenkes had full control. That's absolute facts. And you know what? I actually want to talk about something to do with the Kroenkes.
Yeah.
I think about an Arsenal that is, if Kroenke sold their shares in Arsenal and gave it to Usmanov instead, that I think it's a Turkish or Russian billionaire, we'd have Champions Leagues, we'd have titles, we'd have League Cups, FA Cups, we would probably have a treble or doubles. And it just makes me sick that Kroenke was so adamant about buying the club and kicking him out just for him to do nothing. I don't care about trophies. If you don't care about trophies, go buy a sports team in America. Go buy Crystal Palace, man. It's just annoying, man. It's annoying.
He's got the LA Rams or whatever.
Yeah, go buy the flipping Atlanta Falcons or some nonsense, man.
Yeah, I don't know why it's with us though, because like other teams have American owners, they haven't effed up the club too much. Like Liverpool have an American owners.
Yeah, FSG.
Yeah, they're not too bad. And then it's the same with Chelsea. They got Todd Bowley, and obviously people are complaining about them. Everyone complains about their owners. Nobody's ever happy with their owners, I find, unless you're maybe Man City and you're pumping millions into the club and taking them from obscurity to big team in the world now. So nobody likes any owners. But yeah, ours seem to be just significantly like lacking ambition. I don't know how you can actually go out there and say like you don't want to win trophies, or you don't care too much about winning trophies, you just want to generate money in business. So outwardly to people, like, you know, your Arsenal is what it is because of fans. Every sports team is nothing about its fans. So you telling your fans, we don't care about winning trophies for you guys. You just pay tickets, pay the highest ticket prices of anyone, and get to see a team that doesn't win trophies. It just doesn't make any sense.
Highest
I don't
ticket
know, like,
price
why
in
there's no
Europe. It's
protest.
just to finish.
We're just too happy-go-lucky, I think, Arsenal fans
Yeah, and
sometimes.
I think I have to blame. I have to kind of put a lot of the stick on the Arsenal fans, because Arsenal fans are too happy with mediocrity, man. It's rubbish.
Mm.
It's rubbish, man. Like I've been angry with this for ages. Like, do you know when it really Arsenal really broke me? When I think it was 2011 when we lost the League Cup final to Birmingham.
Yeah.
That was like I've had enough now.
Mm.
Had enough.
For me, it was Leicester. It was when Leicester won the Premier League, and I feel like that should have been the season Arsenal should have gone for it. Like, it's just like a complete like unknown quantity. Like Leicester ends up winning it, and it's like the only main challenges I think in that season was it Spurs and Arsenal. And it's just like they're like, you guys don't want it. You guys are serial North London bottlers. We're going to just win the Premier League. And the next season, they nearly got relegated. But that was a good team, obviously. It all fell apart the season after because it wasn't going to be sustainable. That was a season where like all the big teams were weak and we didn't take advantage of it. It's the same thing happening now. Like we've got a weak Man City, a weakened Man City to what we're usually used to, a weakened Liverpool to what we're usually used to. Man United just still trying to figure shit out. Tottenham being Tottenham. And I don't know what to say about Chelsea. Chelsea are the only one where, you know, maybe they can do something this season. But yeah, like I think
Chelsea is strong, man. Chelsea is
they are
strong.
strong.
Chelsea is strong.
I do rate them, and that's why I was saying when we had our last stream, I was like, yeah, 1-1 with Arsenal, because I could just see them if they score a goal, and I could see us struggling to like score many goals in this game. So I had a feeling like we wouldn't like beat them, but I wasn't sure whether like we would lose to them because they're not the Chelsea we're used to, like the machine, the Abramovich thing, where they would sack every manager and somehow be like in the mix all the time.
Yeah.
But yeah. Do you reckon so? How are you feeling about us, like our chances now about winning Premier League? Because we're still up there.
I said if we don't win this game, it's like 50-50. I said if we beat Chelsea, then I said that we're going to cruise to the title. Because I said, for me personally, this is the biggest game. This is probably the biggest away game left in the fixtures, other than maybe Etihad. But I feel like we can win at the Etihad now. I'm not really scared of Pep. I'm not scared of that ball fraud anymore. But I feel like this was the biggest game pre-Christmas, and then I think post-Christmas, like post-January, it's like the fixtures are mostly at home, mostly easy. I think we've got Spurs away, but we should beat Spurs away. But then again, who knows? But for me, bro, I've said it a million times. This squad is good enough to win the league, but that left-hand side is dusty. Man.
Yeah, it's only good enough to win the league because our competition isn't what it used to be. Normally, you used to have a Premier League competition where you got a really, really strong Man City team or a really strong Liverpool team, and we've got neither of those things. And then obviously Chelsea, since Abramovich, they haven't been what they were, but they are getting back to what they used to be. And the danger is, if we don't take advantage of this now, you know, it's going to get harder to win it in other seasons. You know what I mean? So it is our Premier League title to lose, to be fair, because, you know, you've seen Liverpool put in some shocking performances, like lose 3-0 at home to Nottingham Forest. It's like the kind of result where it tells you there's something wrong with this team. We haven't had any kind of stinker performances like that, of course. We're like a stable, consistent team. We're too consistent in not going with the line and finishing the job and actually lifting the title. That's the problem.
So, Curtis, yeah. So Kay's just asked, who would you sign for the left? Yeah, I said in the chat, Semenyo. Who would you sign?
Yeah, I think Yeah, because I guess in terms of left wingers like him or like Liao, I've always said before in the past, it's just like Semenyo will be good because he's in the Premier League already, so there
Mm,
wouldn't be too much adaptation to do.
mm.
Yeah, he'd probably either would do a job. To be honest, I think there's probably a lot of people we could get over Martinelli. I'd even offer Martinelli just to get him out of the club. Hello.
Yeah, sorry about that.
Yeah,
I accidentally left the chat.
that's
Um,
it. I do that sometimes.
yeah, no. And AFC just said Abramovich is the best owner I've ever seen. He was ruthless, sacked about 50 managers, but won 20 trophies. And this is what I'm saying. There's like this nostalgia, emotional, like weird attachment that Arsenal fans have to Arteta, like he's some messiah, bro. He's got one dusty COVID FA Cup. Yeah, like the protection and the it's just weird, man. I just don't get it. I just don't get it. I don't get it. I just really
Yeah, I
don't
mean,
get
we
it.
should demand more from it. 'Cause we are kind of, in a weird way, we're unique. We're the most probably entertaining fan base in the Premier League because we're in a unique situation where we continuously accept not winning the Premier League.
Yeah,
Yeah, the status and the profile of the club is huge. Our profile and our legacy and our, what we mean as a club overall in the country and around the world, it's a big team. Arsenal is like up there with like Manchester United and Liverpool. Maybe we lag behind those two because they've got the titles. That's what it is. But in terms of like branding and stuff like that, we're big. It's like we shouldn't accept that. We've become like a comedy show. Like even IT crowd takes the piss out of us. Like Arsenal always try to walk the ball back in the net. Even IT nerds make jokes about Arsenal.
this is what I'm
Everyone makes
saying.
jokes about
We're
Arsenal.
we're a laughing stock. And the thing what annoys me is
Yeah.
that it's
That's
just
why
painful.
Arsenal fan TV is the
Painful.
best.
Yeah,
Us and Arsenal fan TV, we're the best because we're entertaining. What do you want to watch Man United fans whinge about being shit and how they used to win shit in Ferguson? Nobody, you know what I mean? It's boring. We're interesting. We're like an anomaly.
yeah. AFC said we should be all over Semenyo in January. We can't let Semenyo go to either Liverpool, Man United, City, Chelsea, Man United, or even Tottenham. So sorry, Man City or Man United or Tottenham. Yeah, I agree, man. Like he's got a 60 million release clause. That's the same money we spent on Havertz, and Havertz is trash. So
Yeah.
Semenyo, quick, quite. I think he's about 6'1", strong, big, quick. He's got trickery, both feet. He's got like a good catalogue of like shot angles, so he can take like shots from different angles, distance, close, near post, far post, curl it. I just think he makes so much sense, and it would improve the left-hand side. And for me, get rid of Martinelli. He is rubbish.
Yeah, I just can't understand how Arteta, like, how many times he's changed the back line, the goalkeepers, everything, every area except that area of Martinelli. It's like, what is it about this kid that
Does
is
he
like
have
so damn
Arteta's moods or
untouchable?
something? Does he have like dirt on Arteta or something? Like that left-hand
Maybe.
side. And it
What
just
you
makes
mean?
you think, yeah, why
Yeah.
did we sign Madueke? Because he's not going to drop Saka, and
Yeah.
he sucks. He absolutely stinks on the left. Yeah, I think I saw a stat that said he made 10 appearances for Chelsea on the left, and he's got 0 goals and zero assists on the left hand side. So that tells you everything you need to know. That's number one. And number two, like for me, Trossard is a great auxiliary player for the left hand side. He can play in the 10. He can play in the left. He's a clutch player, but for me, Martinelli is not clutch. He's a finisher. If you look at like his last 5 goals in the Champions League, they've all been goals over the top, him running into space, and him doing Henri side foot bottom corner. It's been the same every single time. Like it's actually crazy. It's crazy.
Yes, it's like when the game is won and he kind of just seals it more. And it's like, yeah, and that stat they keep bringing up, oh, we've never lost a game when he scores. Yeah, because he doesn't score enough. Like
Yeah,
that tells me you don't
so,
score enough.
so
Because
what?
we're gonna lose a game or whatever if you score in it. Like that will just happen because that's just football. But like the fact you hardly freaking score, when you score, it's like the game's won, we're winning, or it's like 2-1 or whatever. And like there's all that space, tired legs, like you say, and it's just he comes on, he scores a goal, like he's in open space. It's just so irritating. I don't know what it is. Like I've never seen a player like in games, and it just looks so ineffective. And that's why
He is
we're
ineffective,
always
and he does that
playing.
thing where he checks the ball onto his left foot, and then tries to like hook it over the. It's just I know what Martinelli's going to do before even he does it. He's a bird brain, man. He's an absolute bird brain. An absolute bird brain, man.
Yeah, it's sad because like when I think he first played for us, he was a bit of a prodigy. Ronaldinho was raving about him. It's like, what happened to this guy? Like he just hasn't progressed or hasn't, reached what we thought he could be. I think some players as well, like maybe they have when they're young, you think the ceiling, there's no ceiling, right? But then they play for a couple of seasons, you start to realize like maybe this is as good as they're going to get, I guess.
Yeah, I think Martinelli played better on Unai Emery, and I think that's for two reasons. One,
Maybe.
because I think we played more counter-attacking football. Number two, a lot of the time he played centre forward as well. He played centre forward. And three, he's not developed properly. How can Klopp said he was a generational talent, and now look at him. He looks like he should be playing for Sutton United or Crawley Town.
I haven't go that far, but I think like it's just I think he has talent. I mean he plays for Brazil. I know it's not the Brazil, like the great Brazil anymore, but like Ronaldinho was raving about. So many people raving about him. Like when he came to us,
I just don't get it. I just don't get it, bro.
Yeah, I don't understand. I
I don't
think
get it.
Yeah, I don't know. But he did make an interesting point a while back, I think, was about Arteta not really developing the attacking players that well. Maybe that's true because
He doesn't develop attacking players because let's be honest, yeah.
What happened to Jesus? Did he go up the level? No.
What player has Arteta signed? What attacking player has Arteta signed and they've gone up levels?
Yeah, I can't name you any, to be honest. Like
who've
been our strikers when we've had 6 years of Arteta? I can't think of him.
Arteta doesn't sign strikers. We've had the only striker we've signed is Gyökeres.
Gyökeres, and before that, Jesus, obviously, because of the Pep Guardiola discount, whatever you want to call it. When we weren't a threat, it was like, okay, yeah, you can have Jesus. I don't play him, and we don't play with strikers anyway. You go have Jesus. That's like probably Guardiola to Arteta. And yeah, Arteta, like you thought, okay, at Arsenal he'd get more game time, and he was good. He brought us to that certain level, but then again, he's stuck at the club because we're not ruthless with the attacking players. Like we're ruthless with like Kieran Tierney or Ramsdale and like the defenders and the goalkeepers. We're just not ruthless with the attacking players. Like we've evolved with that. We've gotten better defensively, but not better offensively, which is so strange. Because everyone said with Arteta, like people weren't sure where it was going to go. Even the pundits who really liked him, they're like, we like him because he's lived in England. His English is decent for a Spanish guy, and he's got that Pep Guardiola philosophy. We're going to play this positive, sexy, passing football. We don't play that. We just play like
play that at all. We've not played that since 22-23. Yeah, and I'd say the 22-23 was more Wenger ball, to be honest. Not Pep Guardiola ball. It's more Wenger ball. Anything. Yeah, I just for me, bro. Like, look, he's obviously not. He's not gonna get sacked until the end of the season. But for me,
whatever he does, he won't get sacked. I think unless he goes into meltdown and somehow gets us out of the Champions League, which will not happen. I think anytime soon. They'll think him. Well, when we start, like if we drop out the Champions League, then the Kroenkes will consider it. But
I think the only way Arteta gets sacked if the players turn on him and stop performing. I don't think the players will do that. I think they love him too much. I think he's got them under some flipping. He's banging Judge, man. He's banging Judge, man. I'm telling you.
I think as well, like he's. It's weird because, like, with people like Martinelli, it's like he's afraid if he gets rid of him or something like that, then it's like he's going to disrupt some dressing room harmony. But you need to disrupt it. You need to get you need to evolve that squad, make it better. Because it just doesn't look right. I think if we win the Premier League this season, it's probably because of the lack of competition, to be honest, in terms of a proper, complete threat in our rivals like City and Liverpool were in the past. That's the only way we win it, to be honest. We could kind of win it the way we're playing now, but it's not going to be like a landslide, you know what I mean? It's not going to be, we're not going to run away with the title, I don't think. We have a squad that's probably good enough to win the Premier League and do a job. But it's very 50-50. We could finish second or we could end up winning it. It's just, I think it's sad because if I like I said, I wish Kroenke would just go all out. So like, look, they've spent enough money on the squad, just spend a little bit more on the offensive areas, get a bit more options there, a bit more depth on the attacking areas, and I think it can go, or we can really win the league, not just this season, but the coming seasons. If we just develop the offensive side of the squad, it just seems so focused on defensive and set pieces. I mean, even Simeone's probably taking notes from Arteta now on defensive qualities now.
And
He's
I've said
saying
it
they're so
before.
great at set pieces. We beat them 4-0, but they were talking about the set pieces.
I've said it before. That Haram ball, mate.
Yeah, total hoofball, not football. Total hoofball, like just literally playing that brand of football.
Yeah,
Oh
mate.
god, in the Bin Laden. Yeah, I've seen that a few times. Yeah, you need to change the podcast to that.
Yeah.
Arteta needs to
I
win the Prem Champions League. If he doesn't sack him, he spent over £1 billion. It's not meant to draw into history. Yeah, I think just for any club, the amount of money you invested is like, what are we doing? If we're just building a team to finish second, like nobody's going to remember that. Nobody remembers a team that finished second and says, "Oh,
yeah.
what a great team that was." Do you ever look? Oh, I remember the Brendan Rodgers Liverpool team. What a great team! Like, no, you remember the Klopp teams and stuff like that.
Exactly. You don't remember. You don't care if you don't remember who finished second place. You remember the winners, man. You remember seeing your captain's armpits. That's what I want to see. I want to see my captain's armpits at least once this season. If it's once, it needs to be a big boy, and if it's twice, it needs to be the 2 small boys or 1 big boy and 1 small boy. It's that simple. It needs to be the league and the FA Cup double. So it needs to be the league and FA Cup double, or the champs and something else, the Premier League and something else. Obviously, I'll take either one of those because I'm not greedy. But for me, at this point, it's got to be the champs or the Prem, man. It's got to be.
Yeah. No. Oh, last time, by the way, I'm sorry about I cut it off. I've had some internet issues as well. But yeah, because you were talking about that Bellingham stuff as well, the debate about that.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah, man. No, we didn't even end up talking too much about it at the end. I just basically said that I disagree with what Ian Wright said, and then we just started talking about like top 5 African footballers in the Premier League and stuff like that. And then I wrapped up the stream. And that was it, really, to be honest.
Oh, was it? Oh, that would be good actually. I was
I think my one was Drogba, Yaya Toure, Mahrez, Salah, and Aubameyang.
Oh, okay. Oh yeah, you can't really put. I was thinking, top African footballers now in the Premier League, because I would have put obviously Eto'o, but Eto'o was like rubbish in the Premier League. Well, he wasn't rubbish, but he wasn't. He was past it by that time.
Yeah, he was playing he played for Chelsea for a bit, then he went to Everton, and he was dusty by then.
Yeah, for me, I would have put. I put maybe Drogba. I would put in no particular order. Maybe Drogba, Essien, Adebayor, maybe. I know.
You're taking the piss, mate.
Aubameyang.
Oh shit! Is it December tomorrow?
The what?
It's December tomorrow. That's great.
It's December.
Yeah.
This year's gone by so fast.
So quickly, man. So quickly.
Yeah.
Anyway, bro, I think I'm gonna wrap the stream there. I'm gonna go watch some Arsenal content and rage bait myself. Thanks, guys. Like, subscribe, share. Thanks, Kurdish, for coming through. And yeah, subscribe. Like, subscribe, share, hit the naughty bell, and yeah, peace out. See you later.
Yeah,